So welcome to our second video and our second car in the gym. Now, if this is your first video that you're watching, then you might think it's a bit strange having a car in a gym. But the reason I'm doing this is because I've got an interest not only in cars, don't know much about them, but I've got a huge passion with cars, but I've also got a passion about fitness, exercise and men's mental health. So I thought, what better than to have cars, a gym and someone who's got an interest in all three things, including mental health, where I can hopefully spread a bit of a message to try and encourage men to talk, because as we well know, and if you don't, this will be probably a shock to you, that suicide in the UK is the biggest single killer of men under the age of 50 years old. And it's only growing, it's only increasing in numbers, unfortunately. So I'm here today to talk about this beautiful M4 competition. Now, as I said at the beginning, and I will always reiterate, I don't know a great deal about cars, but I've got a huge passion about them. Very fascinated with cars. I've had plenty over time. Unfortunately, I haven't had anything as lovely as this. Now, I'll be honest, and this may shock people, BMW isn't my favourite car. I'm an Audi Volkswagen man myself. But what a machine this is. I've not driven it. I have driven a couple of M3s previously. Not of this shape, this new era, because this is one with the different front end on, which you'll see in a bit. And I know there's a lot of controversy about that, but it is a beautiful machine, whatever way you look at it. This particular model is in, like, I don't know if there's a particular name for it, but like a frozen blue colour, and it's absolutely beautiful. It really is a nice colour that stands out. And I'll be honest, if there's anything I don't like, I'm going to say about it. But this is a fantastic colour. I'm not just going to blow smoke up the owner's backside and say it's really nice when I think it's not. I'm going to be honest about the cars that come in. But this is really nice. It's got, from what I've been told, pretty much every added extra on it that you can get in terms of like carbon pack, comfort pack and whatever else it comes with. It's got the, the 360 camera, night vision as well, heads up display. It's got everything. It's crazy what this car has got. I believe they come with 500 or just over 500 brake horsepower standard. I don't know what the torque is, but that's a lot of power in what is, I believe, a rear-wheel drive car. But correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they're also X-Drive, so you do have a little bit of power to the front as well. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but predominantly they're rear-wheel drive, these BMWs. And it's a big old lump as well, obviously a little bit bigger, or appears to be, than the M3. And yeah, it's a beautiful looking thing. We'll take you for a little ride round in it in a minute. Not literally, I mean me with a camera. This isn't my car to drive, so I won't be, although I'd love to. And yeah, it's just a magnificent looking machine with obviously the double twin pipes at the back here, again with the nice black tips on them, surrounded by the carbon with this rear diffuser. And it's a lovely, lovely, lovely car. I really do like it. Carbon obviously on the little boot lip there as well. And obviously displaying our Men Talk number plate. Let's have another little look round and a little talk further about the car and other topics about men's mental health. We'll have a little move round to the front of the car and look at this grille that I know has caused a lot of controversy about people liking the old one, some people preferring this, but I think the majority preferred the old style. Again, I'm not a massive BMW person, so I don't know what I think really, but we'll have a look at it and you can let me know your thoughts down below. But on that note of what things look like, I think that ties in quite well to men's mental health and how things may look on the outside of men, when actually we don't know what's going on in the inside. Things may look all very well on the outside. Some people will present as having everything in life: wealth, health, happiness, a partner, children, house, but we never truly know what's going on inside someone unless they talk. Some people don't need to. Some people will go about life without any mental health problems, without any depression, without any anxiety. I think they're few and far between, but some people will go through life without any of those issues, and good luck to them. But those that do, and that's where I'm focusing on, those that do, don't be afraid to talk because you think that it's going to make you weak or look like you're failing, because that couldn't be any further from the truth. It really couldn't be. It's actually very strong in character to open up and to be in touch with what people used to say, be in touch with your feminine side. It's not about that. It's about being in touch with your emotions. And it's okay for men to be in touch with their emotions. It's got nothing to do with being in touch with your feminine side, because it's all right to cry. It's all right to be upset. It's all right to boo at a film. It's all right to cry when something bad happens. And yes, there is a time when you've got to pull your socks up and, you know, that stiff upper lip and get on with things. Yeah, there is. But there's also a time when you've got to talk and you've got to be open about how you're feeling, because no amount of stiff upper lip, puffing your chest out and lying to yourself is going to get you through deep, dark depression, because it will get the better of you. So just don't be afraid to open up. It's strength, not weakness. Let's have a look at the front of this motor. So this is obviously the grille that I've been mentioning, that I know when they first changed this, I don't know what year it was, there was a lot of controversy about whether it looked better or not. I think most people said it didn't. As I've said previously, I'm not a massive BMW fan, although, you know, I totally appreciate how lovely and fast these cars are. So I haven't really got an opinion on it. Does it look good? I mean, it doesn't look bad, does it? It's just different to how it was on the M3s and the M4s. Obviously at the front, we've still got these big air intakes here, again, carbon, and I'm guessing they're only carbon because of the pack that the owner's got on this. But it's still a lovely looking motor, isn't it? Does it look aggressive though? I don't know if it does look aggressive from the front. It looks nice, but I don't know if it looks aggressive. Should a car like this look aggressive? Yes, I think so. Especially with that much power. You want to look in your rear view mirror and see that aggressive front coming up behind you, preferably not too fast. But it's not a bad looking front, I don't think. What do you BMW drivers think about that? You'll know more than me, most certainly, and I'm sure you'd have strong opinions on it. So let us know. But again, truly fantastic colour that really sets this car off, particularly with the carbon parts here and there. And yeah, sets it off nicely. But let's go and have a look inside. Let's have a look inside, see what's going on. Really help if I could get in it and not press the button again. So, first thing that you notice when you open the door is these seats. Again, carbon, and they look hard, but they're going to hold you in well, aren't they? Obviously got to mention the carbon roof as well, which I really like. I really do like that. So let's have a little sit in. Let's get this door open without banging it against anything. It is really low down, really low down. Whoa. I feel a little bit lost down here. I mean, I'm 6 foot and I like to see the bonnet, so I'd have to raise this seat up a little bit. Obviously, got your flappy paddles there, all the carbon trim around the steering wheel, and they are lovely, lovely looking seats, and they really do hold you in. Would I want to go a long distance in them? Don't know, but that's the same as any sport car, isn't it? I've driven an Audi R8 a little while ago, and that was bloody uncomfortable on a long journey. Let's just turn that ignition on. Obviously sounds awesome from within. I'm sure that sounds all right once that cold start drops off as well. And down the motorway, I guess it's quite a pleasant place to be with the sound. I just don't know if I'd want to be in these seats for a long period of time. But it's certainly going to hold you in well. You can feel the whole car rock as you rev that, because that's a big lump under the bonnet. So we bring the bonnet up and it's just jam-packed. I mean, look at it. Now again, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are a 3-litre inline 6 twin turbocharged engine producing just over 500 brake horsepower. As I say, correct me if I'm wrong. And one thing I do find, when I find leaves on anyone's car, when I flip a bonnet, I've always got to take them out, because they shouldn't be there. As pointless as that is, it's my OCD. But yeah, it's a huge lump, isn't it? So what is this fascination with men and cars? Or men and anything that goes fast? Well, not all of us, but some of us who enjoy that way of life and are attracted to that fast lifestyle. It's a bit of an escape. I've done a few track days and I've had a few cars that are relatively fast and in the right places obviously like to go fast. And it gives you that adrenaline, but for me it also is an escape. And when you've got something that's your pride and joy, it takes your mind off things, you know. You drive it and it puts a smile on your face. And it makes you feel pretty good about yourself. And it's the same with exercise. I find exercise is therapy for me, a massive form of therapy. Without it, I wouldn't be here. I genuinely wouldn't be here. You know, exercise is such a big deal for me, and I know many others, men and women. And obviously I'm talking about all this about men. Obviously, women struggle with their mental health as well, of course. But the reason that I do this about men is because I don't think I'd be that well versed in giving similar information to women, because I don't think they would relate to me. And I think there's men out there that can relate, hopefully, to me, what I'm talking about here, being in a gym. And as much as suicide and mental health is a massive issue for men and women alike, unfortunately, men don't talk half as much as women do in terms of their emotions and opening up. That's a fact, and it is killing more and more men. Now, I'm not afraid to speak about it. I am someone who has survived suicide. I've been sectioned, and I know what that's like in those last seconds and the time after, when you're feeling totally confused and lost and thinking that your life's ended and not being sure where to go next. I've also lost a good friend to suicide, which hits hard. Losing someone hits hard in any shape or form. But for me personally, you know, that hit hard, and thinking that you could have done more, should have done more, questioning everything, conversations you've had, where you was at that time, did I see the signs? And the answer is, well, no, there isn't any more. And I don't think there's any more anyone could do in those situations when someone's taken their own life. Because ultimately they've chosen to check out and not be here, unfortunately. But for us left behind, that's a really difficult one to live with. And we've got to remember that that's really difficult for them at that time as well, making that decision, whether they're thinking straight or not. They've made a decision not to be here. And that's just tough for everyone involved. The ones left behind, those at that time. And everyone suffers as a result. Everyone. That person was suffering. We suffer when we're left behind. There's no winners. But what we can do is talk openly about it, like I am now. You might disagree with how I'm explaining things, but that's how I feel and how I view things. And I'm not saying that's how it is, that's how I view it. But what I know is from experience, finding your therapy. Talking is key, and finding a good therapist, but also talking to a friend or a relative. Finding things not to hide behind, but to enjoy, to put a smile on your face, like cars, like exercise. It might be something totally different, as I've mentioned before, but it's important that you find those things that are gonna help you in life. Things that are gonna help you put a smile on your face, meet other people. And it might be you wanna buy a BMW and you're able to, and that's great. Don't hesitate to do it. It might be that you wanna run around in something a quarter of the price of this. Maybe it's something that costs £1,000, it might still be your pride and joy. It might be still something that you tinker about with and you want to keep on the road and you get enjoyment out of that. And that's the beauty of cars and anything that you want to be involved in. It's not a distraction from thinking about the bad things in life, but it's a distraction from some of the crap that does go on in life. If you're going to hide behind drink and drugs, that's obviously an unhealthy obsession and an unhealthy addiction that some people will undertake to blur out those feelings, to dampen those emotions so we don't have to talk about it. And I get it. But if you're watching this and hiding behind that, drink, drugs, gambling, sex, pornography, whatever it is, just try and have a little step back and think, is there any other healthier ways that you can have that distraction whilst also being open about your thoughts and feelings? I'm hoping that's making some sense. In my little world, in my little brain, it is. But just don't ignore what's going on for you. Have the distraction, have things that make you happy, but make sure they make you happy enough to be open and honest as well with yourself and others, because you're not alone and there are others that can help you. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I hope you can like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video with another motor.